Welcome to this video on feature prioritization and roadmap development for AI products. In order to create successful AI products, it's important to prioritize the features that will provide the most value to your customers and develop a roadmap that guides your product development process. In this video, we'll cover how to prioritize features and develop a roadmap for your AI product. Welcome to this video on feature prioritization and roadmap development for AI products. In order to create successful AI products, it's important to prioritize the features that will provide the most value to your customers and develop a roadmap that guides your product development process. In this video, we'll cover how to prioritize features and develop a roadmap for your AI product. The definition of feature prioritization. Feature prioritization is the process of determining which product features to focus on based on their impact on customer satisfaction, revenue, and other key metrics. This involves evaluating the importance of each feature and determining which ones should be included in the product roadmap. The steps to prioritize features for AI products. To prioritize features for AI products, you need to follow a few steps. The first step is to define your product goals. You need to have a clear understanding of what you want to achieve with your product and how each feature will contribute to those goals. The second step of prioritizing features for AI products. The second step is to gather feedback from your customers. You need to understand their needs and pain points to develop features that provide the most value to them. This involves conducting surveys, focus groups, and other forms of research to gather insights into customer behavior. The third step of prioritizing features for AI products. The third step is to evaluate the impact of each feature. You need to assess the potential impact of each feature on customer satisfaction, revenue, and other key metrics. This involves analyzing data on customer behavior, market trends, and competitors to estimate the potential value of each feature. The fourth step of prioritizing features for AI products. The fourth step is to prioritize the features based on their impact and feasibility. You need to rank the features based on their potential impact and their feasibility to implement. This involves considering factors such as development time, cost, and technical complexity. The definition of roadmap development. Once you've prioritized your features, the next step is to develop a roadmap for your product. A product roadmap is a high-level plan that outlines the features, timeline, and milestones for the development of your product. The definition of roadmap development. To develop a roadmap for AI products, you need to follow a few steps. The first step is to set your product goals. You need to define the objectives for your product and how they align with your overall business goals. The second step of developing a roadmap for AI products. The second step is to prioritize your features. You need to identify the most important features and determine the order in which they will be developed based on their impact and feasibility. The third step of developing a roadmap for AI products. The third step is to define your milestones. You need to break down your development process into smaller milestones that can be tracked and measured. This involves setting deadlines for each milestone and identifying the resources needed to achieve them. The fourth step of developing a roadmap for AI products. The fourth step is to communicate your roadmap. You need to share your product roadmap with your team, stakeholders, and customers to ensure everyone is aligned on the product vision and timeline. In order to create successful AI products, it's important to prioritize the features that will provide the most value to your customers. In this video, we'll cover some techniques that can help you prioritize features for your AI product. The first technique for prioritizing features for AI products. The first technique is the Moscow method. Moscow stands for must have, should have, could have, and won't have. This technique involves categorizing features based on their importance and urgency. Must-have features are essential for the product's success, while should-have features are important but not critical. Could-have features are nice-to-haves, and want-to-have features are not included in the current release. The second technique for prioritizing features for AI products. The second technique is the Kano model. The Kano model is a framework for categorizing customer needs and wants. This technique involves classifying features into three categories: must-haves, performance factors, and delighters. Must-haves are basic features that customers expect, while performance factors are features that can differentiate your product from competitors. Delighters are unexpected features that can exceed customer expectations and create loyalty. The third technique for prioritizing features for AI products. The third technique is the value versus effort matrix. This technique involves plotting features on a matrix based on their potential value and the effort required to implement them. Features that have high value and low effort should be prioritized, while features that have low value and high effort should be deprioritized. The fourth technique for prioritizing features for AI products. The fourth technique is the RICE method. RICE stands for reach, impact, confidence, and effort. This technique involves evaluating features based on their potential reach, impact on customers, confidence in the estimate, and effort required to implement. Features that have high scores in all four categories should be prioritized. The fifth technique for prioritizing features for AI products. The fifth technique is the cost of delay. This technique involves calculating the cost of delaying the implementation of a feature. The cost of delay includes the potential loss of revenue, increased competition, and the cost of implementing the feature later. Features with higher costs of delay should be prioritized. And that's it for this video on techniques for prioritizing features for AI products. By using these techniques, you can prioritize your features more effectively and create AI products that provide the most value to your customers. A roadmap is a strategic plan that outlines the goals and timeline for a product's development. In this video, we'll cover some steps you can take to develop an effective roadmap for your AI product. The first step in developing a roadmap for AI product development. The first step is to define the product vision and goals. This involves defining what the product is, what problem it solves, and what goals you want to achieve with it. It's important to have a clear understanding of the product vision and goals before you can start building the roadmap. The second step in developing a roadmap for AI product development. The second step is to identify the key milestones. This involves breaking down the development process into smaller milestones or phases. These milestones should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART. The third step in developing a roadmap for AI product development. The third step is to prioritize the features. This involves using the techniques we covered in the previous video to prioritize the features that will provide the most value to your customers. Once you've prioritized the features, you can decide which ones to include in each milestone. The fourth step in developing a roadmap for AI product development. The fourth step is to estimate the time and resources required for each milestone. This involves breaking down each milestone into smaller tasks and estimating the time and resources required to complete each task. It's important to be realistic with your estimates to ensure that the roadmap is achievable. The fifth step in developing a roadmap for AI product development. The fifth step is to create a visual representation of the roadmap. This can be a Gantt chart or a timeline that shows the milestones, features, and estimated timeframes. A visual representation makes it easier to communicate the roadmap to stakeholders and track progress. The final step in developing a roadmap for AI product development. The final step is to review and adjust the roadmap regularly. As you work on the product and gather feedback from customers and stakeholders, you may need to adjust the roadmap. It's important to review the roadmap regularly and make adjustments as needed to ensure that you're on track to achieve your goals. And that's it for this video on developing a roadmap for AI product development. By following these steps, you can create an effective roadmap that helps you achieve your product vision and goals. Welcome to this video on understanding the product development life cycle for AI products. In this video, we'll go over the various stages of the product development process and how they apply specifically to AI products. The first stage is the ideation stage. This is where you come up with the initial idea for your AI product. This stage involves brainstorming, market research, and identifying the problem that your product will solve. In the case of AI products, this stage may also involve identifying the potential use cases for AI technology in your product. The second stage is the design stage. This is where you begin to design your AI product. This stage involves creating wireframes, mock-ups, and prototypes. In the case of AI products, this stage may also involve designing the user interface and user experience for the AI features. The third stage is the development stage. This is where you actually start building your AI product. This stage involves coding, testing, and quality assurance. In the case of AI products, this stage may also involve training the machine learning models and integrating them with the rest of the product. The fourth stage is the launch stage. This is where you release your AI product to the public. This stage involves marketing, advertising, and distribution. In the case of AI products, this stage may also involve educating customers about the AI features and how to use them. The fifth and final stage is the post-launch stage. This is where you gather feedback from customers, track performance metrics, and make improvements to the product. In the case of AI products, this stage may also involve monitoring the machine learning models and making adjustments as needed. And that's it for this video on understanding the product development life cycle for AI products. By understanding these stages, you can better plan and execute your AI product development process.